Now let's talk about binomial theorem. In this lesson, you will learn how to use the binomial theorem to calculate binomial coefficients. Next, use binomial coefficients to write binomial expansions and use Pascal's triangle to calculate binomial coefficients. Okay? We know that a binomial is a polynomial that has two terms. In this section, you will study a formula that provides a quick method of raising a binomial to a power. So, to begin, look at the expansion of x plus y raised to n. So, ang sinasabi nating terms dito is itong dalawang to. Nakikita nyo, dalawa sila. So, there are two terms. This is the first term, and this is the second term. And this is the power. Okay? Para malaman nyo kung may binomial ba siya or not, mapapansin nyo dyan is, isa lang yung makikita nyo plus or minus sign. Okay? So, yun lang yung magiging basa nyo para malaman nyo kung it is a binomial or not. So, for several values of n, ganito magiging expansion niya. X plus y raised to 0 is 1. Diba? Any number raised to 0 is always equal to 1. Kaya 1 ang sagot dyan. X plus y raised to 1 is equal to x plus y. X plus y squared is equal to x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. X plus y raised to 3 is equal to x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y raised to 3. So, kung mapapansin nyo dito, yung kanilang exponents sa mga sagot is may pattern. Dito sa x plus y raised to 2, kung mapapansin nyo, si x squared, si x is naka-raised to 2. At kung ilalagay ko dyan si y, ito yung magiging niya. That is y raised to 0. At dahil any number raised to 0 is 1, hindi na nilalagay si y dyan. 2 plus 0 is 2. Okay? Next, plus 2xy. Mapapansin nyo dito, si x is raised to 1 at si y is raised to 1 din. 1 plus 1 is 2. Lastly, y squared. 0 plus 2 is 2. This is x raised to 0. Okay? And the next is x plus y cubed raised to 3. So, in this case, 3 ang ating exponent. So, ang exponent ni x na mauna is raised to 3. Si y, considered raised to 0, kaya 1 lang yan, kaya hindi na isulat. Plus 3x squared plus 3x squared y. So, 2 plus 1 is 3. Next, 3xy squared, 1, 2. Okay? 1 plus 2 is 3. And then y raised to 3 is 3. So, pansinin nyo na lang, isulat ko lang saglit. Y raised to 0, x raised to 0. Mapapansin nyo dyan, yung mga values ng x natin, ng mga exponent ng x natin, is pababa. X raised to 3, 2, 1, 0. Pagdating dito kay y raised to 0, 1, 2, 3. Ganun lang. Hanggang sa susunod na may susunod dyan, ganun din gagawin. Raised to 4, 4, 0, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, ang susunod, 2, 2, 1, 3, tapos 4. Ganun lang. Kakasunod na yan. Okay? Yan. Yan siya. So, 4, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1304. Okay? Sa example ata to. Hindi pa. Ibigay natin yung formula. So, the sum of the power of each term is n. So, for instance, in the expansion of x plus y raised to 5, the sum of the powers of each term is 5. Ayan na nga yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. So, x plus y raised to 5 is x raised to 5 plus 5x raised to 4 y raised to 1 plus 10x cubed y raised to 2 plus 10x squared y cubed plus 5x raised to 1 y raised to 4 plus y raised to 5. Okay? So, yan. Mapapansin nyo. So, same lang yan. So, the coefficients increases and then decreases in symmetrical pattern. Yan din yung sinabi ko kanina. So, the coefficients of a binomial expansion are called binomial coefficients. So, the coefficients of a binomial expansion, mga nakikita yung coefficients dyan, are the binomial coefficients. So, paano natin isosolve naman yan? So, to find them, you can use Binomial Theorem. Okay? So, in the expansion of x plus y raised to n, ito yun. Mapapansin nyo, ganito yung formula ng Binomial Theorem. Meron kang makikitang values ng coefficients. Okay? Paano isolve yan? So, the coefficient of x raised to n minus r, y raised to r is this one. NCR, which is formula for combination. So, di ko lang sure kung na-topic na to. Pero the formula for combination is n factorial over n minus r factorial times r factorial. What do you mean by factorial? So, ganito lang yung magiging yan. Kapag sinabing 6 factorial, equal yan sa 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So, ganyan lang. I-expand mo lang tong 6 factorial into multiply mo lang yung sarili niya sa pababang order. So, 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Ganon din sa 3. 3 times 2 times 1. Ganon din sa 10. 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 and so on and so forth. So, ganon lang siya. So, ano yung magiging values ng n? Ano yung magiging values ng r? So, ito yan. The symbol n and r is often used in place of NCR to denote binomial coefficient. So, magbibigay tayo ng example. Find each binomial coefficient. So, 8C2. And then, 10, 3. And then, 7C0. So, paano yan kunin? Solutions. Ayan. So, 8C2 is equal to 8 factorial over 6 factorial times 2 factorial. Is equal to, kung mapapansin nyo dito, may 6 factorial dito. Kaya shortcut ko na lang na isulat. So, 6 factorial, 6 factorial. Para makakancel ko siya. Para hindi na ako magsulat ng mahaba. So, 8 times 7 over 2 factorial na lang. So, simplify. 8 times 7 over 2 times 1 is 28. Next, 10, 3. Okay? So, that is 10 factorial over 7 factorial times 3 factorial. So, kasi ang formula doon is n factorial over n minus r factorial. So, ito si n, ito si r. 8 minus 2 is equal to 6. So, 10 minus 3 is equal to 7 factorial times 3 factorial. Ganun lang. So, is equal to 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 factorial para hindi na magsulat ng mahaba. 10 times 9 times 8 over 3 times 2 times 1 is 120. Lastly, 7c0 is equal to 7 factorial over 7 factorial times 0 factorial. So, pag 0 factorial is equal to 1. So, 7 factorial over 7 factorial. Yan, 1. Okay, so next, expansions. Expansions naman. Write the expansion of the expression x plus 1 raised to 3. So, solution. The binomial coefficients are 3c0 is equal to 1, 3c1 is equal to 3, 3c2 is equal to 3, and 3c3 is equal to 1. So, ganyan lang yung gagawin nyo sa paggamit ng combination, pagkukunin nyo na yung expansion sa isang expression. So, kung makikita nyo dyan, raised to 3 siya, gagamitin nyo is 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. Ganun lang. Hanggang sa mabot niya yung 3. So, kukunin mo lahat ng values niyan, 1, 3, 3, 1. Tapos, isasalpak mo siya dito mamaya. So, pag pinagsama mo yung pinag-aralan natin dun sa una, yung expanding binomials, tapos ngayon is pagkuha ng coefficients. Ito yung magiging resulta. So, x plus 1 raised to 3 is equal to, ito yung una, x cubed, tsaka ilagay mo yung makuha mong value ng 3c0, which is 1. Okay? This is this. Plus 3x squared times 1. Ang kanyang first term is x squared and then 1 raised to 1. So, itong 3 is ito yun. Okay? Plus 3 times x times 1 raised to 2. Okay? Kakita nyo 3, 2, 1. Ito, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, itong 3 na to is ito. And then, sa last term is 1 times 1 raised to 3. This one here is this one. Simplifying it further, that is x cubed plus 3x squared plus 3x plus 1. Final answer. Okay? Ganun lang siya kadali. Next. Sometimes you will need to find a specific term in a binomial expansion. Paano naman kaya to? Kapag yung ang kailangan mo lang kunin is isang term lang. So, hindi mo kailangan kunin or kailangan isolve yung buo. Pwede mo siyang isolve. So, instead of writing out the entire expansion, you can use the fact that from the binomial theorem, the r plus 1 term is, okay, and NCR x raised to n minus r y raised to r. So, ayan. Finding a term or coefficient in a binomial expansion. So, using that formula, ito yun. Find the sixth term of a plus 2b raised to 8. So, solutions. So, because the formula is for the, so r is 1 less than the number of the term we need. So, to find the sixth term in this binomial expansion, use r is equal to 5. So, kapag kinukuha mo yung specific term, mag-minus 1 ka lagi. So, ang hinahad dito is 6th term, mag-minus 1 ka. Para ang value ng r mo is equal to 5. At ang value ng n mo is equal to 8. Siyempre. Okay? So, n is equal to 8, x is equal to a. Diba? X is a, ito, first term. Ang second term mo na y is 2b. Okay? So, n, c, r, x raised to n minus r, y raised to r. So, salpak mo lang yung mga values. N is 8, r is 5, x is what? X is a, and then n minus r is 8 minus 5, and then 2b, y is 2b, and then raised to r, which is 5. So, simplify mo lang ito. 56 times a raised to 3 times 2b raised to 5. So, 56 times 2 raised to 5 is, ganyan, 56 times 2 raised to 5 times a raised to 3 times b raised to 5. So, simplifying it further, the answer will be 1,792 a cubed b raised to 5. Ganun lang siya kadali. Okay? Next. Pascal's triangle. So, ito nabanggit ko na siya nung sa last topic natin, sa last lesson sa ano bang sequence yun? So, yun na yun. Basta yun. And then, dito sa Pascal's triangle, i-explain ko siya sa inyo. Triangle. So, there is a convenient way to remember the pattern for binomial coefficients. So, by rearranging the coefficients in triangular pattern, you obtain the following array, which is called Pascal's triangle. Okay, this triangle is named after the famous French mathematician Blaise Pascal. So, ito yan. So, papansin nyo dito, i-add na lang natin yan. So, 1, then maglagay ka ulit ng 1 dyan. So, 1, 1, okay, laging 1 yung umpisa dito sa magkabilang dulo, okay? So, 1. Then, 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 1. Ito, 1, bring down. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Bring down. Then, bring down ulit. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. Then, bring down. Then, ulit. 1, bring down. 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. 1, bring down. And so on. Dire-diretso yan. So, this one, itong 1, it represents what? The term itself, yung kinukuhanan mo. So, say for instance, x plus y raised to 5. So, yung x plus y, ito yun. It represents this one. Call it this one. And then, x plus y raised to 1, it represents this row. Okay? Then, pag x plus y raised to 2 naman, it represents this row. Yan yung gagamitin mong para sa coefficients niya. Okay? So, kanina, ginamitan natin ng combination para makuha yung mga binomial coefficients for each term. Dito naman, gagamitan na lang natin ng Pascal's triangle para makuha yung binomial coefficients ng each term. So, 4 plus 6 is 10, 15 plus 6 is 21. Okay? Next, the first and last number in each row of Pascal's triangle is 1. So, yan, mapapansin nyo na yan kanina. So, every other number in each row is formed by adding the two numbers immediately above the number. Pascal noticed that the numbers in this triangle are precisely the same numbers as the coefficient of binomial expansions as follows. Yan. Diba? Nagsimula ko pa pala. Dito naman na pala. So, x plus y raised to 0 is 1. Ito yung una. X plus y raised to 1 is 1x plus 1y. Kita nyo, yung mga coefficients nila dyan forms the Pascal's triangle. So, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, bring down. 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 1, 3. So, and so on and so forth, kung mapapansin nyo. So, ganito yung magiging sagot pag ang ating given dito. Kung ang ating hanapan ng term is ganito lang siya, x plus y. Okay? The top row of Pascal's triangle corresponds to the binomial expansion. Sinabi ko na rin ito. Ayan, the next row is called the first row. In general, the nth row of Pascal's triangle given the coefficients of x. Example for using Pascal's triangle. Use the seventh row of Pascal's triangle to find the binomial coefficients. So, ito yun. Kapag gagamitan mo ng combination, ito yun, 8C0, 8C1, equal yan dito. Yan. So, ang ating papansin mo, ang ating 7th row is 1, 7, 21, 35, 35, 21, 7, 1. Kung hindi mo na gamitin to, isa-isahin mo pa ba? Mag-drawing ka na lang ng Pascal's triangle para mas madali, ano? So, pero depende naman yun sa inyo kung saan kayo mas nadadalian. Sa Pascal's triangle ba? Sa binomial expansion ba? O kaya sa paggamit ng combination. Okay? Or combination, yung NCR. So, next example. Last example. Example 5. Use this Pascal's triangle to expand 3a plus 2b raised to 7. So, ito yon. So, ito yung 7th row natin. 1, 7, 21, 35, 35, 21, 7, 1. So, ganyan. Ayan, sinulat ko na agad kasi ang hirap gumawa ng animation sa PowerPoint. So, yan. So, una, alalahanin nyo yung una kong tinuro kung paano mag-expand ng x plus y raised to something. So, first term, 3a raised to 7. Tapos, 2b raised to 0 yun, di ba? So, hindi ko na sinulat. Times 1. This one here is this one. Okay? Plus 7. Ito yun. Times 3a first term raised to 6. And then 2b second term raised to 1. Plus 21. So, 21 times 3a raised to 5 naman. Mapansinin nyo, 7, 6, 5. Huwag nyo kakalimutan yan. Then, 2b raised to 2. 2b raised to 1 dito, kaya magiging 2b raised to 2. Next, plus 35 times 3a raised to 4 naman siya. 4. And then, 2b raised to 3 plus 35 ulit times 3a cube from 4 to 3 times 2b raised to 4 from 3 to 4 plus 21, ito yun, times 3a raised to 2 from 3 to 2 and then 2b raised to 5 plus 7 times 3a raised to 1 times 2b raised to 6 plus 1 times 2b raised to 7. Okay? Kapag sinimplify ko na ito, magiging ganito na yung sagot. So, i-calculator nyo na to, ha? I'm allowing calculator. So, wala namang kaso sa akin yan. So, kapag i-simplify mo pa ulit lalo to, 3 raised to 7 is to 187, a raised to 7. So, 7 times 3 raised to 6 times 2, yan, is 10,206 a raised to 6 b plus 21 times 3 raised to 5 times 2 raised to 2 is 20,412. Then 35 times 3 raised to 4 times 2 raised to 3 is 22,680 a raised to 4 b raised to 3. Then 35 times 3 raised to 3 times 2 raised to 4 is 15,120 a raised to 3 b raised to 4. Then 21 times 3 raised to 2 times 2 raised to 5, it is 6,048 a raised to 2 b raised to 5. Then 7 times 3 raised to 1 times 2 raised to 6 is 1,344 a b 6. Okay? A times b raised to 6. And lastly, 1 times 2 raised to 7 is 128. So, b raised to 7. Final answer, okay? Answer. So, ano lang kadali? Ngayon lang paggamit ng Pascal's triangle and pag-solve ng binomial coefficients using Binomial Theorem, using combination, and using Pascal's triangle. So, yun lang. Thank you.